You might be asking yourself, if I want this so badly, why do I keep avoiding it? It's frustrating, I know. I've lived through the same frustration for years. My goals look like these, but my days look like these. But I'd had enough of this, and that's when I came across the monks and the way they lead their lives, which helped me in answering these three core questions that we keep avoiding. And trust me, once you know how to tackle these questions, you will never feel that cool again. When I was in high school, my best friend had a goal to get into the top law school and become a well-known lawyer. He even purchased top courses, books, library card, you name it. But he just couldn't get his ass to sit down and study. He used to feel a strong resistance holding him back. And it wasn't because he was lazy or anything, but actually because of the misalignment between his ambition and his desire. And this happens when we let others influence our future, our goals, or our dreams. So the resistance you're feeling right now is not because you're unambitious or lazy, but because of the borrowed purpose. And this is exactly what monks do differently. They take charge of their own lives. They are so crystal clear with their thoughts, with their purpose, that they don't even have to choose the lazy option. And to get that monk level of clarity is very simple. You just need to sit down, grab a pen and paper, and write everything that feels heavy on your mind. It's very generic and you must have heard about it thousands of times. But trust me, once you write it down, it will remove all the doubts you have and give you a clear vision of your desire. I was able to figure out many things using this method, and actually, a lot of them were holding me back. So write down everything, your frustrations, your anxiety, the expectations people have of you, the goals you think you should have, everything. And don't try to be poetic or sound smart, just be honest with yourself. Write the ugly thoughts, the confused thoughts, the I don't know what I'm doing thoughts. And trust me, as you write, something amazing happens. You will stop overthinking and start seeing the truth. You will see what you actually want with your life. The misalignment between your ambition and your desire will be removed and you will see a clear path ahead of you. So don't make this another video you just watched. Pause the video and write what's on your mind, because clarity is the first thing you need. So when you dump your honest thoughts on paper, you get questions like, am I actually meant for this, or am I really good enough? These questions no doubt lower your self-esteem, but they are also a sign that you are moving out of that stagnation phase. These questions comes mostly because for you, your goal is blurry, it's too vague. And when your brain sees something that big and blurry, it does what it always does. It quietly dodges it with something simpler. And this is where we learn from the monks again. Monks don't wake up with a 5-year plan in their head every morning. They know their big intentions and they just ask a very simple question. What's the next right thing to do right now? That's it. It's that simple. So the next thing you need to do is very practical and effective as well. Before you go to sleep tonight, set one clear goal for tomorrow. And I'm not asking you to do a 2-hour planning session or do cute journaling with aesthetic pages. I just want you to give yourself a job before you overwhelm yourself tomorrow and start to procrastinate. Write that one task which will push you forward towards your goal, and it should be simple, clear and doable. Just one concrete action that you can't argue with. Now what this does is, it makes your big goals stop feeling like monsters and you start seeing small clear steps instead of an overwhelming mountain. And you also remove that morning confusion of what should I do today, which usually sends you straight towards your phone. If you do this every night, you're training your mind like a monk to have a clear desire followed by a clear action. When you wake up, your only job is to keep that promise. Not to be perfect, not to be hyper-productive. Just keep that promise to yourself and show up. And that's how lazy days slowly turn into disciplined days. But these days often comes with the toughest part. It's the part that kills 99% of the dreams. You see, monks embrace repetition. They have their daily schedule. But we hate doing it. You will get distracted, you will want to check your phone, you will find a million excuses to quit. But I have found 2 fun hacks that makes consistency almost automatic. In Buddhism, monks have something called as Sangha, which means a community. They never practice alone. And why? Because it's easy to let yourself down, but it's much harder to let a brother down. And I learned this the hard way. I used to try and grind alone, but I failed to maintain that grind constantly. But then I teamed up with a friend who had similar goals. We made pact with each other and we set deadlines to ourselves. And suddenly, we were working like madmen. Because honestly, no one likes to fall behind. So find one person who is as hungry as you are and be each other's monk. We all know how Snapchat works, right? People go crazy over keeping their streaks alive. They will even send a picture of blank wall just to keep that number going up. And that is a trap set by Snapchat to keep us addicted. And here's how we can use that exact trap to keep us addicted to work. Get a small calendar for your desk and mark X for every day you hit your goals. Even if you don't hit your goals but you showed up for it, mark it as X. Day 1, day 2, day 10. Biologically, your brain hates breaking a pattern. So just create a work streak for yourself. And as that number goes up, it will give you a hit of dopamine and you will start protecting that streak like it's gold. Trust me, I've done this. There were days I wanted to quit, but I looked at my day 45 streak and thought, no way I'm breaking this chain. I know it sounds simple, but it works wonders. You're literally hacking into your own dopamine to become disciplined. Once you start using this monk system, you will never feel the same again. You will stop feeling ambitious but lazy and start feeling focused and in control. And I'm building a space for people just like you. Subscribe so that you don't miss anything, and I'll see you in the next one.